Hello, my name is Hannah Stinson and I'll be your moderator for today's webinar. On behalf of Advantech, I would like to welcome you to the Advantech IoT Co-Creation Partner webinar. Today, you will be hearing about Advantech's vision for co-creating the future of Industry 4.0 with our partners. We appreciate you taking the time to join us. You'll be hearing from 4 speakers today. David Liu has been leading the exceptional business strategies and organizational executions with over 20 years of experience throughout Asia, Europe, and North America to provide the expertise in developing successful growth strategies in sales, business development, and engineering services. David holds an MSEE degree and is currently leading the IoT Solutions Planning and Strategic Alliance in North America IIoT Group. Mike Farian is an expert in data communications with 20 years of design and application experience. He holds a BSEE from Iowa State University and is currently Advantech's CTO for the North America IIoT Group. Joseph Su is the head of Advantech Corporate Investment Division and is also leading North America Business Operations Team. He joined Advantech in 2015 and has completed some of the most important investment projects for the company. Joseph has 15 years of experience in the tech industry across business and engineering. He holds an MS degree in mechanical engineering and an MBA degree. Lynette Anderson has been with Advantech for 19 years and holds a master's degree in global business management. She also holds a BA in communications from the University of Wisconsin. Lynette currently holds the position Director of Marketing for Advantech's IoT Group in North America. First up is David Liu. David will share Advantech's vision on co-creating the IoT future together. Next, Mike Farian will share how to accelerate IoT transformation with edge-to-cloud ready platforms. Then, Joseph Su will talk about Advantech's IoT Co-Creation Partnership opportunities. Finally, you'll hear about Advantech's IoT Co-Creation Partner Conference World Tour from Lynette Anderson. After these presentations, we will have some time to answer any questions from the audience. To submit a question during today's webinar, please enter it in the question box shown on the GoToWebinar platform. We'll answer all questions after the conclusion of presentations. To start the webinar, I would like to share a short video with you that highlights Advantech's co-creation model.
The Internet of Things is shaping a whole new world. And yet, the industry is facing the challenges of the inevitable fragmentation. At Advantech, we see fragmentation as an opportunity. The co-creation model is the ideal strategy to build a new blueprint for the Internet of Things. The future is measured by our partners' ability to dream. In 2019, the Advantech IoT Co-Creation Partner Conference is coming to you. So join us to co-create the future. Advantech wise-paas. Realize your digital transformation with AIoT.
I will now turn it over to David Liu.
How are you, everyone? I'm David Liu, Director of IoT Solutions and the Strategic Alliance. Welcome you to attend Advantech IoT Co-Creation Partner Webinar. In this section, I'd like to share with you Advantech next stage business model to create the IoT future together with the partners. First of all, I'd like to congratulate every Advantech partner attending the successful IoT Summit event last November in Suzhou, China. There are over 5,600 attendees during this event. Many professional talks, leadership thoughts sharing, training, and IoT demonstrations. In this great event, we truly turn IoT ideas to beliefs and actions. The vision of all attendees have seen that IoT co-creation is the most effective way to win the future together. In order to embrace the abundant IoT opportunities, Advantech comes out with a vision of 3 phases to transform the business. In the past 35 years, Advantech has been very successfully providing automation and embedded platforms, which have greatly contributed in the phase 1 business. Based upon the successful foundation, especially from the OT and edge perspectives, Advantech continually comes out with IoT software and hardware integrated solution platforms. We call them solution-ready packages, which consolidate all Advantech hardware and software competitive advantage developed in the past 35 years. This phase 2 business is currently accelerating Advantech pace to ensure Advantech continued success in IoT era. By envisioning in Phase 3 business scope, Advantech truly realized that co-creation with domain-focused system integrators is the only way to jump over the challenges of rapid technology and the business paradigm shift in order to win the IoT future together. In the reality of IoT implementation, we often run into challenges such as incompatible with the existing infrastructure, time-consuming from ideas to deployment, and challenging to repeat and scale. These challenges and uncertainties have been causing decision hesitation and project delay, which end up the business failure. But by working together, we can conquer the challenges. Imagine that you would like to transform your business. You can envision the result. However, all the risks and uncertainties made you hesitant to move the first step. This slide will show you how Advantech wise-paas edge intelligence platform and co-creation business model can help our partners to jump across the chasm and move forward to the success of IoT. First of all, in order to resolve the silos of IoT implementations, Advantech provides the abundant IoT building blocks in 3 key areas: computing platforms, connectivity, sensing and control based upon the in-depth domain experience in various vertical industries. Together with a wide software stack, seamlessly working with the Advantech IoT building blocks, this solid foundation provides the best compatibility with the enterprise existing infrastructure and the new implementations. On the other hand, wise-paas cloud platform and the solution-ready packages pave the way to carry the solution developed by Advantech SI and ISP partners in wise-paas eco-network. Also, the alliance framework of domain-focused system integrators ensure that the Advantech partner can receive the best support and enjoy the business collaboration in this network. These 3 key elements, IoT edge building blocks, wise-paas cloud platforms, and the alliance framework, structure the IoT highway to help Advantech partners to accelerate and transform their business. Domain-focused system integrator, DFSI, is acting the strategic role in this business model in terms of business co-creation and technology co-creation. DFSI is able to carry on the solution-ready packages, SRP, with their unique value to serve enterprise in specific domains by completing the last mile in terms of providing IT/OT integration, on-site services, and so forth. This is another viewing angle to look at Advantech IoT solution to accelerate the business through co-creation. Intelligent edge building blocks and the wise-paas cloud platforms are acting as the technology carrier to carry out Advantech developed solution-ready packages as well as SRP co-creation with the partners. Therefore, the end-to-end solution-ready packages serving different vertical industries can continually provide the DFSI the best value to win the business. The DFSI is also able to orchestrate the solution models and quickly apply them on different industries to maximize the ROI. In the next sections, we are going to provide more detail about wise-paas technology and co-creation business framework. Thank you.
Thank you, David. My name is Mike Farian, and for the next few minutes, I'm going to speak with you about what Advantech is doing to accelerate the IoT transformation, specifically using edge-to-cloud ready platforms. So, as David noted earlier, the Advantech vision is that the rapid growth areas of the future economy are going to be driven by IoT solutions. And today I'm going to touch on the value that Advantech brings to our partners and the investments that we've been making for those that are interested in pursuing this emerging growth opportunity. So why is this exciting? We've all heard the billions and billions numbers that are often forecasted by analysts when it comes to the IoT. But let's forget about the numbers for a minute and let's just think about the scale of change. What's the amount of change and the pace of change that's been enabled over the last 25 years? I mean, the internet's barely 25 years old, and look at the impact that it's had. And so far, all we've really done is network all of our computers and then network our people. The potential for future value is much, much greater, and the players haven't even really been identified yet, the emerging companies and the future success stories. So regardless of what you think the forecast for IoT should be, we should all agree agree that if this third wave follows the trend of the first and the second wave, we're going to be in for a really exciting ride, and it's something we all want to be a part of. There's another reason to be excited as well, is if you look at where the value is being generated. It's not the software platforms, it's not the hardware that's generating the massive amounts of value. That the largest share of value to be captured is by the domain-focused system integrator, the people that bring the application that to the market, that have the expertise in that particular domain, know where the pain points are and what's driving the ROI, and have those customer relationships. These are the partners that we at Advantech are really excited to help enable. So David highlighted how risk and uncertainty create a lot of challenges for companies in getting started. And I often refer to these as sources of friction, things that make that solutions journey difficult. So if we think about what it takes to put together an IoT solution, from a technology stack, we end up with a lot of different disciplines that you need expertise in. So starting down at the last meter, where we're typically dealing with brownfield sites, we might be connecting to an asset that's not even an intelligent asset. So now we need expertise in sensors. Maybe we're tying into a SCADA system or a control system, and we're dealing with the hundreds and hundreds of wonderful industrial protocols that are out there, and not just the current protocols either, because anybody that's been out in a plant or industrial application or site knows you're dealing with equipment that's 5 years old, and you might be dealing with some equipment that's 20, 30, 40 years old. It's just a vast array of different devices to communicate with. And then on top of that, you've got difficult environments and industry-specific requirements you often have to meet. So there's a lot of challenge out there at the very edge of the network. And then when you move up to that kind of what I layer that edge computing side, somewhere out at the edge of the network, we need to apply some computing power, because typically what we need to put there is some sort of adaptable business logic, some protocol translation. We need to deal with security. We need to make decisions about what data is going to go up to the application layer, and what data just stays local to the local control system. And then that takes us into that whole networking layer. So we need connectivity. And it's not always a trivial matter to get access to a customer network, for example. Maybe we'll need to apply our own secondary network over LTE or a wireless network of some sort. And we always got things to deal with, like firewalls, and always focusing on security. And then that takes us up to the next layer, which is the application platform itself, where everything is going to reside. So we need to get the data ingress into the platform. We have to integrate multiple applications together onto this platform for database functions, data storage, analysis, things like that. We have to handle functions that we don't tend to think a lot about multiple tenancy. And we're going to have multiple people and clients logging into this platform with different levels of access. We've got potentially billing and usage utilization functions to manage, and scalability, and again, security. So there's a lot that goes on at that application platform. And then we finally get to the real value creation, which is the software itself, the user interface, the user experience, whether that's dashboarding, reporting, business logic, machine learning, workflow management. That's where the real value generation is in the technology stack. There's commercial friction as well. You've got to focus on new business models, and it's typically a very agile approach. Very different. One of the biggest differences between IoT solutions and what I would say general automation solutions is we don't know what we don't know yet. In an automation solution, you typically have a very defined task. You know exactly how many endpoints you have, how many controllers, how many I/O points, and you can design a system, and it's meant to do a very specific job. It's a point-in-time solution to a point-in-time problem. With the IoT, we're going to start getting data up into an application layer, and then we're going to start making more and more decisions about where we can bring value and drive ROI with that data. That means you don't know all your use cases when you start the program. So you need an agile approach, both with your technology and with your business, such that you can quickly adapt to evolving use cases. And you're going to be dealing with multiple partner ecosystems. There's really There's not a one company does everything scenario out there, because this is such a complex stack. And you have other things you might not have had to deal with before as well, around service level agreements, data policies, and again, security at the business level. It needs to be a conversation. So Advantech has the scale and the hardware portfolio, and now we have the software platform tools that are needed to really reduce this friction, making it faster and easier to deploy IoT solutions. So we want to enable our partners to spend their resources on the place where they create the most value, and that's the application itself and managing their business. So most of you know Advantech for our incredibly broad range of edge hardware products, many of which are now purpose-built for IoT type applications. But you might not be familiar with Advantech's investment in software tools at the network's edge and in the cloud, which are there to simplify solutions deployment. And now we're using the combination of those hardware and software tools to assemble what we call solutions-ready packages. These SRPs are intended to provide an 80% solution, providing a launching point for our partners such that they can enter the market faster and with reduced expense and reduced risk. So we want to enable our domain-focused system integrators to focus their energy on where they bring the most value. And again, just a reminder of what that looks like from the market perspective in terms of revenue generation and opportunity. That's where most of that value comes from. So we really see, a next generation business model for Advantech. And what I really like about this strategy is that it's not Advantech abandoning our core. So we're not a hardware company who's suddenly coming out and pronouncing that we're now a software company, or we're not coming out and suddenly announcing that we're an expert in a particular vertical market. What we're doing is making it clear that our economic engine is driven by hardware, and our investment in software is actually a cost center, not a profit center for the company. We've done this specifically to encourage and enable our domain-focused partners so they can develop and bring to market IoT solutions with a minimum time and minimum expense. So let's spend a few minutes on what exactly is wise-paas. So wise-paas is our platform as a service, and this platform integrates our OT edge connectivity hardware and software into cloud-based infrastructure. And we do this in order to enable and accelerate the development of IoT solutions-ready packages, as well as co-creation programs with our partners. So let's take a little closer look at the architecture under wise-paas. So wise-paas can collect data from a vast array of devices at the edge, and we bring that data up into a set of databases, whatever's appropriate for that type of application, that type of data set. And from there, we can make that data available to a wide range of applications, whether that's visualization and dashboarding, or artificial intelligence frameworks, if you want to do machine learning, as well as the scalability and the tools needed to have the platform grow with your application, such that you're not having to re-architect or re-engineer anything as your number of users, your number of devices, your number of inputs grow. And on top of that, we're handling all those background functions, the multi-tenancy, the metering and billing, single sign-on services. These are all things that are needed in a platform, but as the solutions provider, is not something you want to invest your time and resources into. And our partnership doesn't stop with just the platform. That's just a component of this. We're also bringing resources to the game, not only to train and support our partners, but also to co-create solutions, simplify and accelerate and de-risk that development and deployment process. And then we're also bringing to the table our wise-paas marketplace. So with the marketplace, it gives you the opportunity to take your solution and expose it to the scale and the geographic breadth of Advantech's global footprint. So if yours have a solution for a specific application, but maybe you don't have the resources to deploy it in another geography, we can use the marketplace as a way to bring that solution to the attention and focus of part of the Advantech sales team and to the appropriate channels, and create a new revenue stream and new opportunity for you as an Advantech partner. So I hope that gives you some exposure to the overall Advantech strategy around co-creation and IoT solutions. Thank you for listening. And next, Joseph will talk to you a little bit more about the co-creation partnership opportunity with Advantech.
Thank you, Mike. Hi, everyone. I hope you guys are all feeling excited about our platform now. I'm Joseph Su. I'm leading Advantech Corporate Investment Division and Advantech North America Business Operations team. In the previous sessions, my colleagues have explained our vision toward IoT and what we can offer. I'd like to get a bit deeper into co-creation. It's not just a concept, but also a program. We talked about challenges in putting pieces together and implementing IoT, fragmentation, compatibility of various building blocks, extra overhead costs due to managing multiple vendors, including hardware providers, software vendors, system integrators, and service providers who have the right capability to install and maintain the IoT solutions. All these lead to the lengthy time to value for the end users, as well as low scalability to the participating vendors. With our over 35 years history as the leading global embedded and industrial computing device manufacturer, Advantech is now well positioned toward IT and OT convergence, and is committed to building an industrial IoT ecosystem by working with our worldwide partners to overcome those challenges mentioned before. The core of this effort is the wise-paas cloud platform. But the key is in working closely with our partners, the SRP developers, and domain-focused system service integrators. The basis of co-creation is wise-paas. Registered to become wise-paas VIP members, our partners can redeem their wise points for device on, SCADA, video sense, and other software and solutions available on wise-paas marketplace. A lot of these solutions are coming from our co-creation partners. The VIP members can also benefit from the technical training as well as consulting services from Advantech IoT team. Last but not least, we want to share and grow with our partners. Our partners have chance to leverage Advantech's global sales network and marketing resource. I mentioned Advantech IoT team. This is a group of solution architects, hardware and software engineers, and project managers led by our CTO, Dr. Alan Yang. IoT team provides necessary technical training to our wise-paas members and is dedicated to support our wise-paas partners in rolling out existing SRPs or in creating new SRPs on wise-paas marketplace. In the US, we also have built a counterpart team of solution architects based in the Chicago area, led by Mike Varian. Mike's team in the US, as well as our CTO's team in the headquarters, will support our partners to ensure the IoT solutions are ready to use and ready to sell. This is part of Advantech's commitment to our partners, in addition to the resource committed by our relevant product divisions and regional business units or sales force. So what exactly is co-creation? It's a strategic alliance program. In this SRP layer of our cloud architecture, we are working with many software partners and our system service integrators who have software or solution capability. Advantech has a lot of hardware, from sensors to gateways to servers for various embedded and industrial applications. As we understand that the value is in software and service to the end users, hardware remains to be a critical part of an IoT solution. In fact, in embedded and industrial applications, we can implement an IoT solution without proper hardware. So the goal is to integrate our partner software with Advantech's wise-paas and hardware into a scalable solution-ready package. Readily available as one single part number, easy to be commercialized, easy to be rolled out. On the next layer, we have our domain-focused system service integrators joining Co-Creation Eco-Partnership. We believe that a key to be successful as a system service integrator is strong domain knowledge. Understanding deeply what the end user wants from IoT, DFSIs will bring the right SRP to its customers, fill up the last gap, and install and maintain the solution. Advantech has been selling hardware to so many system service integrators over the past 35 years. Now, with the scalable and readily available SRPs, Advantech's co-creation DFSI partners will be much better positioned toward capturing the IoT business opportunities. As I mentioned, co-creation is a program instead of just a concept. Through the co-creation process, Advantech is committed to mobilizing the required internal resource to support our partners, such as the technical support, corporate level endorsement and consulting services, support from the relevant product divisions and regional business units along the proof of concept stage and final commercialization. Also, our partners can leverage Advantech's extensive sales network and marketing resources to generate more leads and to get project referral by Advantech. Today, we already have an established global co-creation partner network. Our SRP and DFSI co-creation partners are covering various vertical markets and applications, such as Industrial 4.0, connected machines or predictive maintenance for industrial equipment, smart parking, retail, fleet management, wastewater management, and so on and so forth. This ecosystem is getting bigger and stronger. We sincerely welcome you to join wise-paas VIP and start co-creation with Advantech. Just join us today and start a wise-paas 1 month free trial. Through this QR code here, you can go to our wise-paas portal and see what we have there. You may also contact David, Mike, or myself for more information and further discussion. Shoot us an email. We'd be more than happy to start a dialogue with you and discuss how we can co-create the future together.
Thank you, Joseph. I will now spend a few minutes to introduce you to Advantech's IoT Co-Creation Partner Conference. As David mentioned earlier, last November, Advantech held their first IoT Co-Creation Summit in China, where over 5,000 professionals from over 50 countries gathered in Suzhou to collaborate on ways to deliver integrated hardware and software solutions to accelerate the realization of IoT for an array of industries. Together, Advantech and our partners announced more than 30 innovative co-created solutions during this event. In addition, more than 100 speakers shared their insights on the future of IoT. Since the IoT Co-Creation Partner Summit last year in China, Advantech has developed over 100 IoT co-creation partners worldwide. Advantech believes strongly that we cannot make it alone in IoT. Our success depends greatly on co-creation with partners. Therefore, we have launched an IoT Co-Creation Partner Conference World Tour. To date, more than 25 IoT Co-Creation Partner Conferences have been scheduled throughout 2015. Events will be held in Taiwan, China, Asia Pacific, Europe, and North America, covering diversified vertical markets. Through these events, we are working to connect and build a complete IoT ecosystem to empower the global IoT industry. Today, I would like to personally invite you to join us for the first IoT Co-Creation Partner Conference in North America, which will be held in Philadelphia on May 15th. By attending this event, you can learn from the experiences some of our ecosystem partners have had in their digital transformation journeys. There is no cost to attend. To learn more, please visit the event website, iotsummit.advantech.com, or contact your Advantech representative. Thank you, and I hope to meet you in Philadelphia next month.
Thanks, Lynette. We often get asked if the slides from the webinar will be shared. The answer is yes. Please watch for an email from Advantech within the next few days, which will have a link to download the slides from today's webinar. This concludes the presentation portion of the webinar. My thanks again to the audience for their attention and to all of our speakers. Please feel free to contact any of the speakers directly. We hope to see you at the Advantech IoT Co-Creation Partner Conference in Philadelphia or at another stop on our world tour. It's now time to answer your questions. Looks like we have a number of questions, so again, if we don't get to your question now, we will follow up with you after today's webinar.